Hello everyone, this is Richard from Our Vision Graphics here, and today I bring to you another tutorial of how to create a simple text file like this in Photoshop. So to begin with, we start our new Photoshop document and we name it according to our preference. So church flyer, we named this church flyer. And for the dimensions, I switched to inches and 5 inches, and the height is going to be 5.3 inches, and begin to create. So once you are greeted with this page, you go to File, Place Embedded, and I look for the file that I'm going to be using. This is the background. Once imported, I press Ctrl T and I adjust it /E. Once I'm done with the adjustment, I go ahead to lock it so that it doesn't interfere when I'm working. And I go ahead to introduce squares here, like this. So once I have something like this, I press Ctrl T and I reposition it like this. Perfect. So once I have it like this, I hold on Alt and I drag the mouse and I get a duplicate of it. Still holding on Alt, I still hold Alt and I get another duplicate here. So on Alt, I get another duplicate here. And still on Alt, I get my last duplicate. So this is the whole idea. I move ahead to position them and make sure the spacing is perfect. So once we have something like this, we go ahead to select these 3 squares and convert them to a smart object, so it becomes 1. And we go ahead to insert the image into it. So this is the image we have here, and we are going to clip it inside these squares. So in between the first layer and the second layer, we hold Alt and we click, and it's clipped inside it. We can go ahead to make adjustments like this. Good. After here, we continue to bring in images for these 2 squares as well. Okay, so we go ahead to import the image like this, and as we did initially, we select the first 2 and it converts as smart objects. So once we have this, like the same process we went through, in between the first and the second layer, you press Alt and click this to mask it like so. So as you can see, the images are beautifully clipped inside the flyer. We are making progress. So once we have this here, we'll go ahead to type. It's a cultural Sunday flyer, so we go ahead to type in cultural Sunday. So you have our cultural here, and for the background, this part seems to be too busy for my liking and it's taking the full flyer. So I'm going to unlock my background and make it a bit bigger like this, so that it grows down a bit. That won't take too much of the work. Alright. So once we are done with that, we bring in the cultural, and I think it should be a bit smaller. Make it a bit smaller, and we type in here Sunday. Sunday, all in caps. Sunday. I will change the font to Lega. Let's see how nice that is. Lega heavy. Alright. So to make sure everything is perfectly aligned to the center, we click on it, press Ctrl A, we select this. We are setting that it's in the exact center. The same for this one, press Ctrl E and we click this and we force in the exact center. So we have cultural and Sunday here. For the Sunday, I would like to add a bit of cultural effect to it. So I'm going to add the kente clock. So I import the kente image and I press Ctrl T and I reposition it like this. After we have something like this, in between the image of the cloth and the Sunday font, I press Alt and I click mask it. So to get the very nice shade of the Keze you imported, you can make the fonts, the image slightly smaller or make any adjustments according to your preference. Alright, so once we achieve something like this, we go ahead to type in another text you have here. And it's going to be in Montserrat's regular. Montserrat's regular. We adjust it slightly and we close in the spaces like this. There's a text is okay. We change it to a like medium. Alright. So once we have this, you are making some good progress, and we go ahead to introduce our rectangle like this. As we've been doing initially, to make sure it's perfectly aligned to the center, you click on it, and you press Ctrl A, and you select this, and make sure it's in the exact center. Once you round the edges of the rectangle, so we can hold on this and drag it in, and we get the whole edge rounded. But if you want to get one part of the rectangle rounded, you double click on it and click on it. Whilst you double click on it, you still hold and adjust it, and just one part is just affected. But in this case, we want the whole part, so we don't double click, we just do a single click, and every part is rounded like so. So once we have this, we are going to go ahead to type in the information. So once we have the information in here, I still want to add a bit of Kente effect to this rectangle as well. So I go ahead to import the image again, and I reposition it like I did initially, and I'm going to clip it inside the rectangle again like this. But you see, it's obviously not visible enough, so you can kick down the opacity a bit. Can do it a bit more like this. I think they are did now, and depending on how visible you want it to be, you can play along with them adjustment. So yes, so for the church app you are working with, you can add their logo, their social media handles, and stuff you like to add, just like that. So we are going to go ahead to press Ctrl T and adjust it like this. You understand? So we get the exact, I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. You get the exact shape here. At least it makes your product look more beautiful and eye-catching. So you can go ahead to bring a logo for maybe a Facebook Live and all these. Yeah. Simple and easy. So at this point, you can go ahead to add any information you like. Like I just clicked this information here, Facebook Live, and I go ahead to put the logo, the church logo here, right there. So if you found this tutorial helpful, kindly leave a comment and subscribe to the channel for more videos of this nature. Thank you for having me, and I'm out.